I really think TAG Heuer has missed a trick with the launch or the relaunch or the update to their new Formula 1, the really retro sports watch that they launched back in the 80s. This release was possibly one of the worst kept secrets of Watches and Wonders of this year, mainly around the rumours that were kind of backed up by TAG Heuer and their adverts at the F1 with the massive retro Formula 1 watch head. TAG Heuer has taken back the sponsorship of the F1 from Rolex. And to celebrate this, they have relaunched the retro Formula 1 watch that was once a lot smaller and a lot more affordable. It was originally launched back in 1986. And it was significant within the TAG Heuer lineup or history for two reasons. Firstly, it was the first watch to hold the shield that had TAG and Heuer together. Previously, it was just Heuer. Secondly, it was a huge success for TAG Heuer. These guys sold over 3 million of these original Formula 1 watches. So it was a massive moneymaker, but it was also the product that really put TAG Heuer in the mass market map. Now, TAG Heuer did relaunch the Formula 1 last year in collaboration with Kith, but this product is very different from that product. One, the specifications are different, and two, this is now a standard line for TAG Heuer. The new version has been modernized, it's been updated, they've tweaked it a little bit, but the overall design is exactly the same as before. There's quite a few variants. We have stainless steel, we've got DLC coated stainless steel, and then we have Polylite, which is a biodegradable polymer plastic. The case is 38mm wide, it's 9.9mm thick. We have 18.5mm wide lugs, which is absolutely useless when you sell watch straps that are 18mm up to 22mm. We don't have an 18.5, but I guess you could fit a 19mm one-piece nylon strap in an 18mm lug, but this watch case doesn't take one-piece nylon straps anyway. We sell one-piece nylon straps over at barkandjack.com. All the bezels, regardless of the case material, are made out of this Polylite polymer. And all of the bezels are bi-directional, although they look like dive bezels. The crystal is sapphire crystal and it does have an anti-reflective coating on it. And this model has 100 meters of water resistance. The movement side is TAG Heuer's TH50-00. This is the Solargraph quartz movement, which is based on Citizen's E168. I know there's a lot of bashing of quartz movements, but I think this movement is really very cool. I like the idea of solar-powered quartz movements. It just takes the hassle out of a lot of things. I like the fact that the movement is just getting powered by the sun. And quartz definitely has a place, especially when you're trying to create an affordable, fun watch. On that note, the price starts at £1,550 for the polymer versions with the polymer straps, plastic version with the plastic straps, and then it jumps up to £1,650 for the DLC coated or the stainless steel version on the stainless steel bracelet. There are some limited editions, and no doubt there are going to be a whole lot more limited editions coming out when F1 events happen. But I think TAG Heuer have missed a trick here because of the pricing of this watch. This is a fun, nostalgic watch. This is a watch that was either our first watch, or it was certainly within our sights of being one of our first watches when we were starting our watch journey. So it's a cool, fun, nostalgic watch, but at £1,550, that isn't a fun, cool price. That's a serious bit of cash. And the fact that TAG Heuer have launched 9 of these things in multiple variants implies that they think people are going to collect these, which is a nice idea. But I wonder how many people are going to have £1,500 to just spend on an old designed watch that's made of plastic. These watches are fun, they are cool, and I do really like them, but I feel like they sit in the category of fun collectible watches like the Moonswatch or like G-Shocks or like the Scuba 50 Fathoms. It feels like it sits within that category. You buy a whole load of them and you match the colors up with your outfit, or you just use it as your little pop of color. But at £1,500, that's exactly why I think this is a missed opportunity, especially when there's a perfectly placed and very recent case study that proves a point that people do enjoy fun, simple watches. This phrase is bandied around all the time, but the Moonswatch legitimately disrupted the industry. You see people who typically wear Pateks or Rolexes or APs wearing and enjoying a plastic £200 watch. Equally, you'll go into a shop, a random shop, and see someone wearing a Moonswatch. TAG Heuer could have easily followed suit, followed this case study, and created a very affordable, fun, nostalgic watch. And this would have made complete sense. You can get the original versions of these watches on eBay for a couple of £100. Now, don't get me wrong, the new Formula 1s are significantly better than the Moonswatches and the Scuba 50 Fathoms. Legitimately, the materials used are better, the movement inside is better. This has sapphire crystal. Now, I know that the TAG Heuer branding and logo carries a huge amount more weight than G-Shock and Casio, but it's not 10 times more weight. The all-plastic version costs 10 times more than the equivalent G-Shock. Imagine if the new Formula 1 watches just had a standard quartz movement, not the solograph, just a standard quartz movement inside, didn't have sapphire crystal. They just had either acrylic crystal or mineral crystal. And they sold these watches for £400 or £500, £600 even for the all steel versions. That still would have been a massive moneymaker for TAG Heuer, and I believe they would have sold so many of these watches, people would have the whole collection. To put it into perspective, I have 3 Moonswatches and a Scuba 50 Fathoms for less than one of these plastic watches. Now, I can imagine TAG Heuer saying, we don't want to sell £600 watches, we want to sell serious watches, proper watches, if you will. But I see this as a non-serious watch. This isn't a serious product. It's a bit of fun. It's a bit of nostalgia. It doesn't fit within the other categories of watches. It absolutely hits home with that piece of nostalgia. It absolutely hits home with being a bit of fun. But at £1.5 I kind of feel like it should have been £600. It feels like £600. What do you guys think? Am I taking this a bit too seriously? Guys, let me know in the comments down below what you think about my thoughts and this new TAG Heuer Formula 1. If you want to check out watch straps and watch accessories and our sexy little enamel mugs that we have back in stock, jump over to barkandjack.com and check out the stuff that we have over there. If you're on Instagram, give me a follow at barkandjack, and that's it. I'll see you guys soon. Take care.